Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2. This is going to be another game from the Nation Wars. This is currently Korea versus New Zealand. It's going to be MighytKiwi representing New Zealand, and his opponent is going to be PartinG, who of course represents Korea. Now that's South Korea as far as I'm aware. So PartinG, he's currently a teamless player. He left Yo Flash Wolves on the 6th of January, which is not that long ago. And not quite sure what's going on with him at the moment. Obviously he's not retiring since he's in this tournament. And our Zerg player, who actually has very little information about him, he seems to have a Wikipedia page on the Liquid page, Liquid website. He appears to be a pro Zerg player, but I'm not sure about it. His page has been removed, so it no longer exists. And he is, looks like there was a pause there, but that's gone. And then there was a bit of details about him being on a team called Vox Eminor, but again I tried to find them and doesn't appear like they exist, so that seems a bit strange. So might be a pro player, but doesn't seem like he is very available in terms of information. So it looks like there is a hatchery coming down here from MighytKiwi. You know, I'm just going to call him Kiwi because that's pretty cool. I'll call him Kiwi, and that's pretty much the end of that. So it looks like there was a Nexus going down first for PartinG, and a hatchery, actually a double hatchery going down for Kiwi, and that's actually before a spawning pool. So obviously not expecting any early aggression as you would with Protoss. And also to note, PartinG has decided to go for 2 gas geysers here. So the question is going to be, is he going to do some sort of shenanigans with a Stargate? I always assume there's a Stargate when there's 2 gases at the start. It's either a Stargate or a very early robotics facility. So spawning pool is now down. Obviously PartinG is going to see the timing of that. I assume that he's seen, oh, he hasn't actually seen this expansion. So probably going to go ahead and scout that out. Yeah, so he is going to be at this point aware that there's going to be 3 expansions. Obviously going down here just in case to check on that. And looks like, yes, there is a very quick cybernetics core coming out. So this zealot of course going to be used to block this off. Cybernetics core going to be put down here, and I have a strange feeling that it could very well be a Stargate. Putting down a pylon here very early, very suspicious. He could very well be trying to hide his tech. So let's see what he's going to put down. There we go, a Stargate it is indeed. So pretty much every time you see an early, well not every time, but most times when you see an early double gas from Protoss before the gateway is even complete, you'd kind of expect the Stargate to come out very soon, right after the cybernetics core. Now this Overlord is going to be waddling down here very slowly, probably not going to get here before the Stargate is complete, but he would probably get there before the Oracle or Phoenix completes. I have a strange feeling that it's going to be an Oracle because that is quite common and very good for harassment also. Okay, so this Overlord decided not to go too far in. Obviously just standing there and observing, seeing what's going on. Now this Ling of course not going to be able to do anything. And I want to have a quick look what exactly... Okay, so Kiwi is actually moving in with this Overlord. There's no anti-air at this time. As you can see, the Oracle is indeed on the way. There is a Roach Warren on the way for Kiwi. So that is something quite normal at the moment. A third gas coming out, or second gas, sorry, coming out on the way also. So at the moment, not expecting any sort of tech to go down after the Roaches. Just going to see Roaches and also Ravagers coming out. Okay, so this Overlord now is in a position, he does see that Oracle coming out, so of course there will probably be a few Spore Crawlers thrown down. There is 1, there is 2, and there is 3. So he is preparing for this Oracle right now. Now the Oracle will get here a little bit before these are complete, so might still manage to pay off this Oracle with the kill of about 4 drones. It does take about 4 to make it roughly even, and then if you get anything after that, well then your Oracle is doing pretty damn well then. Now this Oracle manages to get taken out, 3 drones taken out with it, so I think not quite worth it for him. He does indeed decide to go for a Void Ray, which as I mentioned in the previous game I believe, or was it the game before that, that a Void Ray typically is used to take out Overlords in this expansion currently. Maybe it's because they've been nerfed, maybe because they're not that great, but as you can see here, 6 damage with armored 10, and I do find it a bit weird how the Void Rays work right now. I just find it a little bit underpowered. They do have this overcharge ability which gives them +6 damage versus armored units, very temporarily, but the problem with that is that it has a fairly long cooldown of about, what is it, 50 seconds cooldown. It's pretty damn long, and at the same time they also don't do any extra damage versus normal units. As far as I remember, in Wings of Liberty, before, when this was happening, the damage that would increase over time would pretty much affect damage against all units. So just to note there's a layer on the way. There's 4 gases in total for the Zerg player. It could potentially signal Hydralisk play, but I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised actually. Hydralisk play would very, very likely be the case here. I honestly don't see Mutalisk going down unless, yeah, never mind, 6 gases are there. There could very well be a Mutalisk play on the way. But at the moment I do see the Hydralisk then only. Looks like PartinG getting his own 6 geysers now. So he's going to have quite a lot of gas at this moment. Where's that Void Ray, by the way? Oh, there it is, cleaning up more Overlords. In this case, it's actually an Overseer. So that's all good and well. Gonna be able to take out the Zealot very quickly as well. It does see that there's something being researched out of the Twilight Council. Now, based on the amount of Adepts, I think that Kiwi will assume this is the glaives being researched. I wouldn't really expect to be seeing anything about Blink Stalkers. And there we go. Now let's have a quick look at the army supply. It does look like Kiwi's army supply is a little bit in favor of him. And of course he's making more and more units right now. There is a lurker den on the way, just to note that also. And a robotics facility, robotics bay from PartinG. So we could potentially see some disruptor play very, very shortly. Now Blink is also on the way, so could potentially be switching out to a few Stalkers very shortly. Now there we go. Now the Void Ray is starting to do a bit of damage to these queens. Going to be a little bit of a dangerous situation for these queens. Are obviously going to get taken out here. There you go. And the block going off. Now this is very dangerous for Kiwi. He does not want to stream his units one by one into this Protoss army. Now the Zerg army here is more powerful. That's one thing to note. It is more powerful. But at the same time, there's a lot more being warped in. So even though the Adepts are particularly good against light units, the amount of them here will start to be quite effective. Oh my god, they were trying to move away from the Zerglings while the Zerglings were freely nuking. So here we go, the Adepts very quickly getting cleaned up here. And at this point, not that much more that these Adepts can do. They will get taken out very quickly. Might save a few of them with the Psionic Transfer. Does loot... Oh, he actually cancelled it. Okay, so these Adepts are indeed going to get destroyed. This expansion has now been killed off. These Adepts back in here has destroyed 2 drones with them. I don't feel this trade right now. He has destroyed a few extra damaging units as well. So as you can see, 29 Adepts destroyed, and all he's destroyed is about 52 Zerglings. It's a very, very minor amount of damage to do with so many Adepts. So PartinG, while he, if you remember, actually he, in the, was it Home Story Cup? No, it wasn't Home Story Cup. It was the very first tournament that I casted. I did just the very, very end of it. And basically PartinG came second against another Zerg player. So he did come second in the tournament, won $10,000 out of it. And ooh, does appear that he's struggling a little bit versus Zerg, because this Kiwi, who doesn't appear to be a pro player, seems to be outplaying him quite nicely here. Now the Nidus network could be quite dangerous here. Just to note, there is no vision currently for Kiwi to allow the Nidus network to go down inside the base. Now this could very well get defended off here. Yes, there is 3 Hydralisks here, so they will definitely be able to ward this off. But at the same time, look at that, Adepts are very good against Hydralisks, so would be able to kill those off. A few drones also going to get taken out here, which is quite nice. And just to note, there was a Nidus work put down here, so of course at this point going to be able to stream all his units down here very, very quickly. And he does indeed have a big army. Let's have a look at the army supply. He is actually favored by about 12 supply, which is not huge, but at the same time could be very, very dangerous for our Protoss player. Now these Adepts starting to do a lot of damage at this point. 26 drones have been taken out. A huge purification over here. Only about 3 actually units taken out. I do apologize for that. And GG has been called by MighytKiwi, actually. That is interesting. So the economic damage here appears to have been more dangerous than the fact that he had a big army at the front of his base here. So that is very, very interesting to note. Now, obviously, at this point, this army was dwindled down quite a lot. So that really explains why PartinG has won this game. Now, to be honest, I really thought that this game was going to go the other way when PartinG threw away about 30 adepts into that main base. That was a very, very sloppy move, but at the same time, this extra attack, as you saw there, 27 drones is quite significant to destroy this early in the game. So that's pretty much it. I hope you have enjoyed this game. I will be moving on to game number 2, and I'll see you guys there.